Hi friends, and today we will talk about Z6 III version. Right now it's a date when it's not in the market, not published, and it's like 5 days it will be announced. Sorry for my English, it's not my native language, I will try the best I can. I'm 20 years Nikon shooter. I started with D to X, D3, D4, D5, D6 and the smaller, cheaper cameras too. I have tried every Nikon full frame. Right now I'm working with Nikon Z9, it's my main camera. My second camera is Z8. My little companion or travel camera or family camera is Zf. And just back up in my studio I have Z7 II. This right now is the most closer to Z6 II. And now they made upgrade and will announce in like 3 days. And a lot of friends of mine asked me, hey, please say what you think about Z6 III, how it will be, do I need to buy Z8 or wait for Z6 III? They wanted to hear my opinion. And let's try the first, my prediction, what it will be. And when it will be announced, let's see how close I was. And if I will be very, very close, I will continue to say my predictions about next cameras. In my opinion, all I will say is like my opinion. I was not reading rumors or anything else. I just know that Nikon, they do the same year by year. For example, they produce professional cameras like in 4 years one and then try to upgrade it in 2 or 3 years, and all the upgrades are cyclic or repeating all the time. And based on that and my experience, I will try to explain what I think about it. Sorry for mess of my kids in the background, the toys and everything else. Okay. In my opinion, Z6 III will be between Z8 and Zf. Here is 45 megapixel staked BSI CMOS sensor. Here is old one from Z6, Z6 II, just standard BSI CMOS sensor, but here is 24 megapixels. If you don't know, then Z9, here Z8, the same sensor. And I think they take this sensor technology, this staked sensor, they will make it 2 times smaller in megapixels, like 24, and will put with the Z8 and Z9 and Zf autofocus model processor in body between Z6 to Z7 II and Z8. It will be something similar, but between, in size is a little bit smaller than Z8, a little bit bigger than Z6 II, with a lot of very close buttons like here on Z8. I think it will be the same 20 frames per second. For example, Z8 and Z9 right now is 20 frames per second. Z6 had 10 or 14 frames per second depending on bits, and Zf have 11 frames per second in RAW format. I think they will make the same 20 frames per second, but the sensor will be 24 megapixels. It will be better in ISO performance. How to say? ISO performance will be very good, I think, better than Z9, Z8. Maybe, yes, and of course better than Zf. The color depth will be richer, and the RAW will be, I think it will be like on 10% better than the Z8, Zf and Z9, but it will be 2 times smaller. For example, if you shoot reports, weddings, street photography, when you don't need big megapixels, it will be very good to upgrade to Z6 III. I think, yes, the video will be much better, autofocus will be the same, but will maybe with a little tweaks, they maybe add some new feature like, I don't know, macro books face recognition, maybe, but for marketing purposes. But the main thing will be the staked sensor. They will remove mechanical shutter. This will be the biggest upgrade, because Z8 and Z9, I think they are, you can't kill them. You can shoot 1 million, 2 million, 3 million frames, and there is no mechanical shutter. And this is big minus to Zf. It have mechanical shutter, and the electronical shutter is not so good. In Z9, Z8, they're perfect shutter. You can shoot fast moving objects. You can shoot in very different LED lighting conditions at evening, especially in a wedding, parties, like that. These cameras do it perfectly. Z6 II, Z7 II, and Zf have problems with electronical shutter in that very harsh conditions. When the lights are mixed, their LEDs flickering. And one more problem is when fast objects are moving. Then you need to switch mechanical, and it's counting. But in Z6 III, I think they will put the same sensor technology like here, only sensor will be smaller. And yeah, the screen, I think it will be very close to Zf. Like this one, you can flip it over, it will be like for movies, blogging, taking selfies and everything like that. It will be very, very good. Electronical viewfinder, I think, will be in the next level, more megapixels, more density, high. You will see it like in full HD or 4K. It will be better than Z8 and Z9, definitely. But the biggest upgrade will be the staked sensor, but small one, with a more dynamic range in RAW files. They will, in marketing, they will push like it's very good, very new technology, rich colors, but I think it's the final, after all testings, it will be like in 10% better, and because of the smaller megapixels. And a lot of my friends, colleagues are asking what I should do, because Z8 is a very good camera. Do I need to wait Z6 III and buy it, or right now it's very good price on Z8? Right now Z8 costs you about $3,500 or euros. I think at the start Z6 III will cost approximately $2,999 euros, and then it's slowly, when the popularity or boom of this camera goes down, it will cost 2,500, maybe after 1 year approximately, because a lot of people who have Z6 II, they will try to upgrade and I think it will very good move because of autofocus. Right now in Z6, I had it, I sold it, but the autofocus of Z6 II, it's lagging and not so perfect like in Z3 cameras. I think in Z3 cameras, Zf, Z9, Z8, they have similar autofocus. It's very good. You need to practice to understand how it works to get the best results. But I think from Nikon cameras right now, it's very, very good. And I think in Z6 II will be the same, but with little tweaks, just to say that we have new feature. But I think in real life, it will be the same and in these cameras. I hope my predictions will be very close to that. Let's see. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Yes, and my friends asking what I should do. Wait for Z6 III or maybe buy Z8. Because right now the price is very close and nobody knows what to do. I can give only my advices. If you shoot advertising, studio, portraits in studio or outdoor, and you think that you need to print them big, or your clients, your agencies need more megapixels, I think you should buy right now Z8. Because right now it's little pause in selling them because a lot of people are waiting. The price is right now very good. And if you need megapixels, just don't wait Z6 III, because when they will announce, it will take 1-2 months. It's like you can try to buy it somewhere. And if you shoot weddings, portraits, fast portraits, outdoors, catching moments, and you are not counting your megapixels, and you don't have Z9 or Z8 or Zf, I think you should wait and buy Z6 III, because it will be not killable camera without mechanical shutter. I hope so. I was hoping that Zf have this staked sensor technology, but they put here 5-year-old sensor, in my opinion. But I'm still happy with this camera. I know its disadvantages and I can live with them. But when I'm working professionally, I use Z9 and Z8. I think they're very, very good cameras. Only upgrade can be like in Sony A9 III, this global shutter. For me, I am interested in that sensor technology only because I can shoot in studio without this limited sync speed, 1 of 250 seconds. It will be only wow feature when I can shoot outside with full flash, with full power flash, and with much faster shutter speeds. You can say you can use high scenes, yes, but high scenes technology are depending on power. It will reduce your flash power depending how your shutter is fast or slow. With global shutter, it can be fired with full flash and like 1,000th of a second, something like that. I am waiting for that. I think in this year is Olympic Games, and I think Nikon will test Z9S or Z9H or Z10 maybe they will call it like that, with global shutter. I think, I don't read it anywhere, but I think that they buy Red company only to deal with Sony to try to Sony sell them new sensor global shutter technology, and then I can give them internal RAW capability to record in a camera which Red have patents and Sony lose in court for that. This is my opinion. Maybe in 6 months, 8 months, they will announce Nikon Z9S, and you will see this global shutter with the same sensor has Sony A9 III, and I think in some time Sony will announce that they can normally record video RAW format internally in a camera in cards. I think they will try to put the things and change something and allow. They will. I think it's a market pushing them to do that. And after that, maybe in a year and a half, they will make maybe Z8S or I don't know how they call Z8 II maybe, and with a global shutter sensor with 60 megapixels. This is my predictions. The only advice I can say you is that be happy with that camera you have right now. Don't blame you that you don't have good shots because you have old camera. I still shoot with Z7 II sometimes because it's small body. I can take it with me and I can shoot it more incognito that people don't recognize. I still love very good Zf. I understand its disadvantages, and if I'm shooting for myself, for family, for trips, I don't take Z9 or Z8. However, they are much better cameras, but I love this old look that people are not afraid of my big friend here, and they think that I am like art student shooting for art projects. But with this big camera, they think that I'm angry reporter who will put their image in some bad article, some bad fake article, and they are afraid of these big cameras. Yes, and right now it's for a job. I hope my predictions will be very close. If you have any questions about these cameras, about Nikon Z series, because I have tried them all and I was working with them. I have studio, I'm shooting weddings, reports, meetings, conferences, portraits, magazines, interviews, photo sessions. I live in small country and I need to shoot everything. Unfortunately, it's a small country problem. Then you can earn if you're shooting small niche. For example, in a big country, if you're a very good food photographer, you can live only and shoot food photography. In my case, I need to shoot everything. This is how I made money for a living. You can just check my Instagram. I will put links here. You can check my webpage. There are different themes, what I shoot. And if any questions, just ask in comments. And you can find me on Instagram to write a direct message too. Okay, guys, thank you. Shoot RAW, love RAW, edit pictures, shoot a lot. Don't blame you that you have old camera. Shoot with iPhone, shoot with Android, shoot with Nintendo old camera if you have it. Just shoot. Shoot, try to shoot, take pictures every day. And every picture will make a little step up to your vision how you must be a better photographer. Thank you, guys.